What's up, everybody? It's me, Charles from FightQuest. You're about to watch Fight Day. Couple things. Number one, don't try this at home. I was in the hands of professionals. My safety was never in question, so don't do this at home. Number two, and the last thing, stay tuned and watch the interviews after the fights. There's some good inspirational stories, just like in the Wing Chun series, if you watch the interviews after those fights. And you also get to see what Stand the Combatives is about. So definitely, watch those interviews and then go try it. All right, so enough with that. Here comes the fights.
Come on, right cross. Left cross, out, right cross. Left cross. Hit, there. Down right kick. So, we bowed out. So Charles and his team, FightQuest, thank you guys very much. Charles, you have the floor, sir. You have the floor.
Yeah, I just want to take a moment and say thank you to everybody for allowing us to come in here and do this. Your hospitality has been amazing. Just from the first day coming in, I felt at ease, I felt comfortable. You guys made me feel like this could be my home, you know what I mean? It's my martial arts studio, academy. I want to thank Link for not deleting my email I sent him to get this thing going. And Brian, sincerely, dude, you're a fucking amazing trainer. So keep doing it. Mark's not here, but he's helped me out a lot. Dylan, thanks, bro. This guy never made me feel like he was trying to hold me back to make it easier for what we're about to do. He's always pushing me. He's hitting me. Like, he's been a good partner. So I appreciate all you guys, and definitely thank you to my camera guys. They spent 2 to 3 hours a day, here when they could with their families, just to help me out. So thank you to everybody.
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot to give you, but how does that shirt fit?
How's it look?
That's yours to keep. How those gloves fit?
Nice.
My gloves are yours now. Okay? Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking time to train with us and giving us a chance to opportunity to share what we learned and pass it on to you. Thank you very much. So first, in your corners, okay, you're going to watch. Okay, there. Come to the center. Watch each other. Come close. And 3-man round. Right? All right. 3, 2, let's go. Bring awareness, Charles. Bring awareness. Settle. Back to your stance. Relax. Keep those hands up, Charles. Come on. Charles, settle back and stance. Back and stance. Come on. Work your combinations that you know. High, low, Charles. Boxing and setting up your kicks. Relax. You're ready. Circle out. Charles, keep your hands up. Ask your opponent, keep your hands up. Circle out the corner. Back and stance. Settle back and stance. Come on, you got 2 minutes. Work combinations. Don't let him load up on you. Keep those hands up, Charles. Back and stance. Breathe. Relax. Settle back and stay. Finger combination, Charles. Start finger combination. High, low. Boxing to set up your kicks. Start simple. Let's go. 15 seconds. Settle back and sit. Keep those hands up. Come on. Charles, you got 1 minute. Hands up. Load up boxing to your kicks. Set up that low kick. Hands up, Charles. Hands up. Come on. Bring awareness. Keep your hands up. Come on. 20. Those kicks. seconds, Charles. Back and stance. Back and stance. Relax, relax. Yep, touch up, touch up, touch up. 30 seconds, let's go. Hands up, Charles. Bring your weight, circle out, circle out, circle out. Keep your hands up. Hands up. 10 seconds, Charles, come on.
Keep going. Push through.
5 seconds, Charles, hands up. 4, 3, 2, time.
Go.
Good job, good job. Catch your breath. Catch your breath.
Flip your legs. Touch your toes.
Can you get his water for him? Water? Thank you.
Don't be so heavy. Get too heavy. They're afraid of getting hit. In a fight, they're going to get hit. So, if one bothers me, I get hit, I just get soft. I don't care about getting hit after I get hit. You come in. I'm very first.
Get some water. Good job. So listen, she's getting water for you. So catch your breath, take your mouthpiece out for a minute. Give you a break. We're going to do one more round. One more round. Just Brian. Just Brian. Some water. Sip on it, don't go. Don't let you cramp up. Okay? Just listen to me as you hydrate. When I say settle back and stance, you can create distance, like in boxing and MMA, create distance. In order for them to hit you, what do they have to do? They have to close that gap and come to you. So it's create distance to reset back and stance. You leave your hands here. I saw snap kicks, snap Muay Thai. When I say set up your combinations, think of threes. Jab, cross, low kick. Hook, cross, low kick. Uppercut, cross, low kick. Double jab, cross, kick. Very, very simple. Think of boxing. Changing levels means the hand and the body. Okay, sorry. Now for Muay Thai, it's the same.
Yeah.
Concentrate on setting up for your boxing, to your kick, or for your kick, back to your boxing. But you start to drop your hands and you turn your head. Never turn your head, never drop your head. Worst case scenario is loading up, cover, create distance, reset. When I say ring awareness means know where the corners are, know where the ring is, know where your opponent is at all times. And what do I want? I want you to keep them in front of you. If you start to do this, he could have loaded up much worse than that. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, listen, the last round, have fun. It's just technical sparring.
Yeah.
We all love video games, whatever, we're the same. So think of it now as like, hey, that was a practice round. Now I'm learning more, I want to stay relaxed and just technical sparring. That's it. That's it. Relax and start running. Listen, hey. Good job. Allow yourself to relax. That's it. Kick my leg. Boom, bang. See what I'm saying? So if you gotta eat it, eat it. If you can't, then you shield, or you shield and ride out, but don't drop your hands from it. Now a teeth, a push kick, yes. Right, but you see what I'm saying? So relax, good. Okay. Center ring. Line each other. Touch gloves. Separate. You're ready. Round 2. 3, 2, 1, go! Settle. You take the tempo, relax. Keep those hands up. Get out of the corner. Out of that corner, bring awareness. Watch your footwork and watch your stance, Charles. Relax. Settle in. Hands up. Tie stance. Keep that left hand up. There we go. Up. Circle up. Relax. Hands up, Charles. Hands up. Settle in. Tie stance. Now circle up. Hands up, back to stance. Fingers up. combinations. Come on, let's go. Hands up, Charles. Lean that left hand all the way down. Relax. Keep those hands up, Charles. All the way up. Tie stance. Let's go. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Come on. Bring awareness. Come on, Charles. Keep those hands up. Come on. Get back and stand settled. Make your combinations. Load up. High, low. Load up. You got 1 minute, Charles. All hard. Come on. All hard, Charles. Come on. Let's go. Get back in that ring, Charles. Come on. 1 minute, Charles.
Come on.
40 seconds, Charles. This is it. Look through. Hands up. Hands up, Charles. Come on. Come on, Charles.
Come on.
Left hand up. Come on. You got 30 seconds, Charles. This is it. This is it. This is it, Charles. 30 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. 20 seconds, Charles. Hands up. Let's go. Get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. Touch glove. Touch glove. Touch glove. Touch glove. Touch glove. Touch glove. Start over. 15 seconds. Let's go. Come on, Charles. 5, 4, 3, 2, time.
You just gotta go to the fence, circle out, move forward. You're not in my luck, but you did good.
You let yourself in your head. That's what happens. While you're training, the same with me, you have your ups and downs. Everybody has their moments. We're human. It happens. Separate emotion, separate your cognitive thought process about what's going on and focus in on one thing. And that's this moment. That's it. Allow yourself to relax. When you're relaxed, you're more fluid. When you're more fluid, you move better. But being cognizant of not only ring awareness, but keeping one objective clear, defend and counter. If my opponent is in front of me, that's what I need them to do. They start to circle out, I circle out with them. They close the gap, I need to create distance, I create distance. If they step, go to turn, and then reset back on the line. You know what I mean? Your left hand, you kept looking, right? The first round, you were looking away. The second round, you even tried to attack. When I say tie stance, right? My teeth from my hip, my knee is from here, my boxing is from here. You know what I mean? Never drop that lead hand, right? You did good. Most people, don't have maybe enough belief in themselves to spar. Sparring should be technical to learn. It's like with a sport, you want to be able to scrimmage to play the game, right? So first we learn the sport, we understand it, we practice and practice and practice. Again, the same things you heard me say. Repetition, motion, memory. Then after that, okay, I feel that he's ready, I feel that I'm ready, I'm comfortable. We're not here to hurt each other, we're here to learn. The learning process now is live. You're going to make mistakes, but that's why you keep on training, that's why you keep on sparring, to acclimate yourself to your stance, how you move, what is going to work for you. Every professional male and female fighter, every professional male and female athlete has the things that they do that we clearly see. right? Even like Ronda Rousey, everyone knew it was the armbar. We all knew this, and we knew it was coming, but she succeeded many times in competition to keep that going. Does that make sense? You need to capitalize on your own strengths, but it first starts what? You got to clear, like what I say is clearing the mechanism. You've got to clear your mind of all that to settle in on this. When I say settle back in the stance, that lead hand kept on dropping. When I said even in class, there's tells, right? There's tells that certain people do. Telegraphic movement with the body, certain things. You want to stay in such a rhythmic, good stance that it's hard for me to understand.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, you did good. You did good, right? You did. You trained, you pushed hard. You had the courage to not only do this with your team, to do this project, you had the courage to spar.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference. Most of the people that I meet when I have the opportunity to train with other martial artists, you can see and you can feel. They either have the heart or it's not there. But the people who are very well trained are always humble. And they appreciate learning. And they appreciate passing on things that they've learned. That's the biggest difference that's going to set you apart, set me apart, to not only excel for ourselves, but for other people. That's it at the end of the day, right? Top of the bill.
That meant everything, dude.
Thank you very much. Proud of you, brother. Thank you guys. Thank you to the team. Fight Quest team, thank you guys very much. Thank you.
I'll keep it. Thanks, man. All right, so I got Dylan with me.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, man. How long you been training, man?
I've been training for about 4 years with Crew Brian right now.
Awesome.
Yep.
Did you do this before Crew Brian too, or no?
I did not. Started with Crew Brian. He's taught me from how to ball my fist up and just stand and stand. He taught me. He coached me through day one.
Nice. I mean, it shows. It shows.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, Dylan was training with me for the 5 days. You know, from day one to now. You know, what did you think of? What did you think of, you know, my improvements? Or, you know, when I came in, did you expect what I gave you? And then towards the end, did you see improvements?
I definitely seen improvements. You were putting your combinations together very well. You were correcting you were correcting the technique with your hook.
Yeah.
You did very well. You have a lot of heart. You know.
Thank you.
Honestly, from the amount of heart you gave, I can't give you any left but heart. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All my respect goes to you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
I
for
really
coming.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And how did you like the experience, man? You know,
I definitely
just
liked
overall.
it.
It was nothing different from the normal, though, right? For the most part. This is what you guys do.
This is what we do all the time. I'm honored that Crew Brian wanted me to be in the series.
Yeah.
I'm really very honored. You know, like I said, the blood, sweat, and tears, it all shows.
Well, I mean, it was an honor training with you, and I mean, there's a reason. You know, just like we talked earlier, there's a reason you got beat up on because someone saw something in you. Same thing here. You know, there's a reason he picked you to be with me. Maybe it is just for weight class, but I doubt that. I'm pretty sure it's a little more of what you know and how you know how to apply it to someone new like me. So, yeah, hats off, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
And before I started training, well, I would just say this. The reason why I got in training was my mom passed away. That led me down a very dark road. I was hanging around the wrong crowd, doing bad stuff. I got in a fist fight. Dude banged my head against the concrete. My dad was like, you need to go in boxing. I did 2 classes of boxing. I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
I seen on the schedule, Muay Thai. I got interested. I wanted to know what it was like.
Yeah.
I walked into the studio. I met Crew Brian, and I couldn't tell you how nervous I was. First day I left.
How we know it.
The first day I left, I just felt great. You know, I was very in a depressed state. My dad always told me, when he leaves that place, I'm like a new person.
Yeah.
And I just got used to that feeling. Crew Brian put me on the right path. He's my role model. He's the person I look up to. You know, I can't thank him enough. Because if it wasn't for him or the people in this school right now, I don't know where I would be right now.
That's good, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's inspirational. And that's what we want to do. We want to spread inspiration, right?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. Nice, man. Really appreciate you, man. Got crew Brian with me. Brian, how long have you been doing this?
Martial arts I started in 1989 when I was a kid. Short version is my mother and father were stationed in Japan, and my father learned martial arts there. When they came back to the States, I was very young, and I saw my dad doing certain things, and I got captivated as a kid. And unfortunately, I grew up smaller young kid, and I wanted to learn how to defend myself.
Yeah.
So in 1989, I started in Taekwondo. Then I kept going and learning Tang Sudo, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, a little bit of Eskrima, and then some basic boxing. And then I found Muay Thai like late 90s, because I did a little bit of judo and grappling.
Yeah.
But naturally, starting as a striker, I saw Muay Thai for the first time, and I was just very captivated by it. Then I had some really good instructors, and I wanted to keep on learning more and more and more like a sponge. I just wanted to keep learning more. Honestly, I fell in love with it. So that was like late 90s, early 2000. So roughly, I want to say I really got into it like early 2000 until present. And I've been very fortunate to have several different instructors that have helped me over the years to add to things and help me progress. And like I said before, I always consider myself as a student, and because I want to keep learning from people that have that knowledge and that experience to learn as much as I can, so I can help not only myself, but my students and my team.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. What inspired you? When we talked on the phone for the first time.
Yeah.
I guess what clicked in your head to say, yeah, I want to do this?
The project?
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so many different things that are going on in our world today, in our society. I liked how we spoke, and I liked after our first initial meeting here when we spoke, I could feel that you're doing this for the right reasons as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. I think this is a great outlet and a great beginning to many things that if other people can gain something from this, that can help them not only, on the mat, off the mat, irregardless, to get them engaged, to help themselves, to find another reason to say, hey, I put this off, or I thought about training, or I'm training currently, or I'm coming off an injury or whatever else, to get through these things, to be able to say, you know what, I see this, I resonate, something clicked with me, and I want to try to do this.
Yeah.
Or, it gives people the mindset of, okay, there are other positive, like-minded people out there that are trying to do something.
Yeah.
And I think the greatest thing that we can do is, like, if you're sharing something you've learned with someone else, and over time you see the progression of the skill set come out, and you see it, that is the biggest compliment to yourself that you can give, to say, I helped this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hopefully that resonates with that individual, so they can continue on to help other people as well. Honestly, we never know when it's our time, right? Not to have, but
Sure.
there's certain things, this is life.
Yes.
So you want to try to do the best you can, day to day, week to week, month to month, to do what you can, and to share from the heart what it means to be able to pass on things that you've learned, irregardless. Dylan and a lot of our students have been through a lot in their lives that we don't always know about. And
Dylan actually talked to us a little bit about some
I don't want to
stuff.
get choked up,
No,
but
you're good.
it's their choice and their decision to talk to me about these things. And if I can help in any way, I feel that I'm committing to doing my job as best I can, to the best of my ability, to help these other people, regardless.
Gotcha.
Because that resonates with them, which hopefully resonates with other people.
Yeah.
So I
Like
agree to
that
the
ripple.
project because this is not about ego. This is not about making a name for someone. This isn't about showing something that is not normally what we do during our training.
Yeah.
We didn't deviate.
Yeah.
We stayed exactly the same with your team and your crew to do what we were doing and to try to share what we do and help you progress and have you engage, in a condensed period of time, but start to learn Muay Thai the way that we do it. Our way is not right or wrong, it's just our interpretation of how that we do it,
Right.
And I'm thankful enough that I've been able to travel to Thailand, my team has been able to travel to Thailand, and we've been able to do these things and structure things a certain way that we can give back to our team and our students.
Yeah.
So
The next question I had, from day one to now, how was the experience for you? Just with all of us and with me personally, watching me grow, the little bit of growth that I've done.
yes,
How was it?
Honestly, I wouldn't BS just for the project.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we did it. I think we should work on another one. I was happy when you allowed yourself to relax and train, because there were moments where you got compliments from the students and the team, like, man, he's on it tonight. And then Dylan was like, he's on fire, man. I was like, yes, that's good. I was like, give him the compliment at the end of class, but let him get through the remainder of the training focused. Because we don't want to interrupt. Wherever you are, if you're in the zone that way,
Yeah.
stay there. So I think that with me too, I get that way. You know, I block certain things where it's like I'm just not mentally clicking, you know, and I need to allow myself to hone in. When you honed in, you did great. I would like you to, come and train with us whenever you have time. Your team as well if they want to train. But in answer to your question, I really enjoyed our first discussion. That let me know, okay, I believe that you're doing these projects for the right reasons, and there's another meaning behind it. It's not just to create a documentary series or whatever else.
Yeah.
You're trying to show martial arts for all intents and purposes, right? Combative arts, right? To different people, but by the means of this outlet we have is YouTube and social media, that can transcend farther than we can even really understand with a lot of people. So like I said, what you're doing is creating something that other people can watch and engage in. If it's not us, it's another project, it's you, whatever you're working on.
Sure.
It all comes back to the purpose and the meaning behind what you're doing. If you believe in that, if you believe in yourself, and you're doing that, then success will be there. But I think the success is not just how much you may grow with what you're doing, but the people, the feedback that you get, they'll say, hey, thank you very much for doing this, or I really appreciate what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing, or, I can't wait for your next series to come out, or, hey, let us know when because now people are engaged. And when they're engaged, you want to captivate that type of audience of other like-minded positive people that settle in and be like, hey, thank you for doing this, it helped me with something, or that's the biggest part, right? And the more that you grow with that, with other projects that you do, then that will just keep happening. So I think this is a great first project for us. Probably many more to come. I like your spirit and your mindset on things. And to end what I'm trying to say is you've heard me say it here, and I mean that. Keep the mindset of being a humble warrior. A humble warrior. No ego. There's nothing like that. I've been thankful enough to have excellent instructors. I've been thankful enough to work with men and women in law enforcement and military and train with them and train them. And the most highly skilled people I've seen are always humble, calm, genuine, kind people. But like I said, last thing, never mistake kindness for weakness. That's one thing that we don't do here. So as you see and throughout the footage, people are smiling, they're having a good time, they're engaged, and that's the biggest thing. So I'm very thankful that we did this, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
This whole day I've been sweating it. No joke.
You got in your head. I knew it. It's always more mental than it's physical.
Yeah, and I definitely my head was getting me like anxiety, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but my heart was saying I have to do it. I set the goal. I have to do it. I have to do it, and that's what I did. So whether or not I did well or not, it doesn't. To me,
pushed through?
I'm happy that I pushed through it.
Yes, you did.
That I did it.
Yes, you did.
Because I could have quit. I could have said, you know what, Brian, I don't want to do it. I'm sore, but I'm not
going to let you quit unless you had a real injury. But
I'm just saying, I could have, but I didn't let myself.
You pushed through. Second round, you did better. No, you did.
Okay.
Your defense got a little bit better, and you landed a really clean combination. You did.
And that's what they were telling me. I guess people were watching.
There was one in there. I remember the angle. I remember it. I can see it in my head.
They said they heard it. I was like, oh.
No, I saw it, and I heard it at the same time, obviously, but it's a really good, clean combination. So that means that, guess what? If you do that in just the second round of sparring, like this mentally, imagine we can do it in 3 months, 6 months, another year. And you get more technical sparring, more training in. Now you're building a skill set that can help anything else that you're doing in martial arts. The complement stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
I do it.
It's your last time.
I'll get it right this time, too.
Yeah, yes. Okay. Sure, it's your last one. Left hand in or left hand on shoulder. Let's go. You know what to do. Loud, brother. You got it.
SC on 3. 1, 2, 3.